Hi, my name is John. Welcome to the John Clayton Academy. And it's a short video, really, and it's about The Secret, the movie, and how my honest assessment, where I'm a little bit critical of it, and I have been for some time. Now, this is not a direct criticism of anybody in particular. In fact, the guest speakers on the movie, are people who I admire hugely and respect dearly. And I know and appreciate when you're making a movie, you have to stick to a certain format and give out a certain message, usually for promotional and marketing reasons. It's ultimately to make people feel good. And that's what I call mental masturbation, where you watch something, you listen to something, and it makes you feel good momentarily. But I thought the framework, the format, gave off the wrong it gave off the wrong message, and it was more about giving the message of materialism, where materialism makes people happy. It makes people, happy, and they live happily ever after. We know in reality, though, that's not what happens, is because we live in a world now where we are in a challenging situation where there's more depression, there's more mental health problems, more emotional problems, more things going on in a negative context. But we have materialism. I'm sat here talking to you. You're listening to your iPhone. You're listening to this on a computer. So we have all the materialism. We have the cars with the houses and everything else. And how is it people are still in an emotional need? So I thought the Secret gave off the message didn't really do it justice. It gave off the wrong for me. It gave off the wrong message, and I think it really didn't explain as well the science behind what happens when we're in a vibrational frequency, when we have the energy matching out there in the external universe. So let me give you a brief, big picture overview of what actually happens. Let me fill in the gap, what I believe didn't really get filled in The Secret, in the movie. Now, when we conjure up emotion, when we visualize, when we strongly believe something, when our intuition and our mind and our needs and our desires and our belief system, when everything is in sync, our body, our energy starts to conjure up positive vibrational frequencies. It gives off energy. Now, that's a scientific fact because we, for some time now, have been able to measure brainwave activity, not just inside our heads, but also outside of our heads, by using a magnetical encephalograph. That's a big word, isn't it? And what that does, it kind of reads and measures waves of energy outside of our minds. So what that does, it goes out there into the universe. So you are literally a radio, like a broadcaster, sending out your signals out there, the energy waves. So you can see already the difference between, say, the video or the movie of The Secret is more based on materialism. What I'm talking about here is actually the non-materialism, where before you get the tangible, you've got to look at it from an intangible aspect where it's vibrational energy. So what happens is when we let off that vibrational energy, when it goes out there, now remember I said this is a scientific fact, it goes out there and it entangles itself out there with what we think is reality. And it's called constructive interference, where two energies come together and create something stronger and bigger and grander. Now that's where you get then, ultimately, your materialism, what you think you need. What you've got to really think about is that you are just a mass bundle of energy. You're like a tuning fork. You know when you play the guitar and you have a tuning fork next to it, and as you're playing the guitar, the tuning fork starts to vibrate. Now, with the energy between the guitar and the tuning fork, that is harmonic resonance. That's you. So when you go out there in the world and you give off that energy, now let's talk about positive energy this time. When you give off that positive energy based on your feelings, your intuition, your belief system, your perception, your interpretation, all that, and you really, really give off that strong, positive, vibrational energy that you can have what you want in life, that's going to go out there. That frequency is going to go out there, it's going to get tangled, and constructive interference, that's when you get it. That's when now suddenly things start to happen in your life in a positive context. Now, I know most people, and you are probably still in this materialistic mindset. Now, that's okay. That's okay. You can still have that. But that's not going to solve all your problems. It certainly doesn't solve the world problems, does it? So just at least think about what I'm saying. So if you, rather than go for materialism, why don't you go for passion, joy, the love of life, the love of collaboration with other people in a positive context? Why don't you go for all those positive emotions, send it out there with vibrational positive energy? Then it's going to get tangled with constructive tanglement. That then is going to give the power, because it's when two forces come together and extraordinary things happen. That's when you get things in life. But before you get things and consider the materialism, what I would focus on is focus on the pre-materialism. Focus on the intangible first. That way then you will produce, you will have a great state of mind. You will let off the positive energy. You will get things back to you, not necessarily materialism at the beginning, but things will start to happen for you. You'll start to meet people. They will then start to support your desires. They will assist you because it's two forces coming together. That's when things start to happen for you. Maybe you start to then get that big promotion you've always dreamed of. Maybe then you start to have enough money to not just survive but thrive. Then the materialism will start to come afterwards. But stop chasing just materialism, because it's not really going to give you long-term happiness or sustainability. Now, some people will argue that materialism is a bad thing, or not bad, but more, the problems created now in the globe, in mankind, is through this need, this drive and search for materialism, which as a consequence has caused mankind to go through challenges of today. And I actually agree with that aspect completely. But I also acknowledge that people still need things. They still want things. The animalistic side to ourselves, or to you, is that you still want things. And that's okay. That's okay. But just think about what I've said though, that you are a tuning fork. You are a walking, talking radio frequency. So if you're negative and you give off negative frequency outside into the environment, that's going to attract it. That then becomes the law of attraction. But if you give off the positive vibes, the positive energy, that then as a positive consequence is going to then, you're going to then attract, you're going to attract the positive law of attraction. And it's based on quantum mechanics. But remember, you really can't have the materialism unless you've worked on the positive, non-materialistic energy. Because that's really all what energy is. You might think that atoms are atoms and that's matter. But actually, if you break atoms up, it's just energy, it's just frequency. So have a think about that. Stop looking for things what make you feel good temporarily. That mental masturbation. The search, the need for people to tell you, oh, well, just think of this and you can have everything you want in life. Yeah, there's some truth in that aspect. But you've got to remember, what do you conjure up inside and what do you give off there first? And if you work off that notion, I promise you then, everything else will then fall into place. And thank you for watching. Now, I would really appreciate it if you like it, if you comment, if you share it. That helps me just get my message out there for other people so that we can start to evolve in society. And I'd really appreciate it if you do that. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.